Hello, my Sagittarius friends. I am Ulrich. I'm a Lenormand card reader, but today we will do your financial, philosophical card reading. These cards are more like guides if there is financial advantages coming in your life. Also, if maybe you need to make some adjustments in your life, this we can find all in these cards. Anyway, my Sagittarius friends, we will see here where it leads for you for the month of July. So Sagittarius, here we go for your financial, philosophical card reading for the month of July. Hello, my Sagittarius friends, and welcome to your classic financial card reading. This card here, the first card, is our needs. What does this card tell us? Well, it tells us that we are all original, that we are all unique, we all use money in a different way. We all act different in daily life and our existence. And this card asks you, can you still distinguish your real needs in life, what you actually need in your life? Also, this card asks you to compare your current situation, and we need to establish here what is fundamentally necessary and essential here, and what are the options in our life, or the more luxurious things. Here we need to make an analysis of our current condition. We need to distinguish here what we are obligated to buy and what we desire to buy, because there's a difference here, and we need to make a fair and precise analysis here of our situation, because maybe some of the things that you spent that you believed to be essential are actually rather unnecessary. So maybe you could have done without certain things in your life, and by eliminating certain incidental purchases in your life, you will be able to advance your financial situation. Maybe there are some things here that need to be worked out with credit cards here, and we need to balance them. It's important here that we eliminate incidental purchases here for your own financial health, if this would be the case. Especially unnecessary luxury items here could be part of it. Some of us here in the current financial situation, and with this period of recession that we are having here, we need to see everything in context for the time being. This is a temporary situation, but sometimes in times of recession or difficulties financially, we need to reassess our situation and budget in a different way. Surpluses mostly are not a wise thing to do here with this combination of cards. Also, we are under inflation worldwide, so it means it devaluates our money. So here we need to make conscious choices here, clear decisions here, and if you make these conscious and clear decisions, you will see that you are balancing yourself out. It's not necessarily that you are improving, but you stay stable. And this is very good in the current times. If you stay stable, it will bring you enjoyable surprises here. And if you want to purchase something luxurious for yourself in the future, you will be more satisfied if you put it in a planning. This is also the card of planning. And the next card that we are seeing here is the card of repayments of debts. So it means probably you would have certain debts on credit cards, or maybe certain debts. Also, recession is a good time for repayment of debts. Why? Because we have inflation of our money. So if you can repay certain debts with this card and the current times, it's a very good thing to do. It's a strategic move here that we could make. But of course, if you are in a financial difficult situation, don't be discouraged here. By small amounts, small steps paying back, you will get there. This is not a disastrical card reading that we are seeing here, but we need to establish where is most of our money going to. So if you have some debts on credit cards here, you need to check your credit cards. You need to go online or read what is in the guidelines of your credit cards, because there you will find the respectable rates. And you need to get rid here with this card of the expensive cards. Most people have more than one credit card. They have a classic bank card, and sometimes they have several due to certain circumstances. And maybe you have one that always gives you money. This is mostly the shark there in your wallet, because these cards, don't be surprised if they charge you 20–30% of interest on your on balance. So here we see that we need to outbalance this. We need to make priorities here and balance these accounts out, put some small monies on this, administer additional amounts here, especially here with the cards, the shark cards here. We need to get rid of those first. the more cash you are able to put on these accounts, the less interest charges you will have here, and you will have more money available for something more important for you. Anyway, we need to get rid here of arrears. This is what we are seeing here. Also, it's wise if we are in a certain debt mode or we earn certain monies, we need to stop spending. We need to stop. We need to take charge here of our financial situation. So pull yourself together here if you can. And once you have reduced your debts here, you will be able to restore a less restrictive lifestyle. This is the card also for taking action in that area. So take some actions here for balancing yourself out. The last card here is the card of heritage, but it's also the card that we are put upon ourselves, that we cannot rely on others. We cannot rely on our family members. We cannot rely on people close to us for helping us. We need to do it ourselves. Also, the help of these days of governments is questionable. Most governments all over the world have created a lot of debts for their people, especially with these so-called viruses. They go into debts, they go into big loans, and this is not very good for all countries in the world. Most countries, their debts is increased a lot. Of course, they close your eyes and you're not aware of this, but if you have the awareness of this here, be aware here that you can rely only on yourself, especially for a future on the long run, especially for pensions. Also see that you are able to stand on your own feet also for retirement, because maybe the governments are putting you to sleep here because they're putting us to sleep already for quite a while. This is also about that here, this card reading, if I see this on the general global front. Anyway, don't let yourself be fooled. We are in a utopian, dystopian world here with this card. Also, if you rely, for instance, on money from others, for instance, let's say that your parents are in not so good health and you're waiting on an inheritance. I'm just giving an example here. Unless they're already unfit, it's not a wise thing to rely on that. We have not read their will and we don't know if we are their sole heir. Sometimes our parents, they change their mind and we are not sure actually till the notary or the lawyer, he reads the will. Also, we need to add here that life expectancy has exploded over the years. People are in general more healthy, except of course now with the viruses and also the adverse effects here. But in general, I'm just talking here in general here, it's most likely that our parents will live much longer than their ancestors. And this is also the card about that. We need to make this, we need to incalculate this here and be aware also that your parents most likely will live much longer than their ancestors. And of course, if they live much longer, maybe they need to sell their house, they need that money for their pension. So your inheritance could be less or much less than you expected. And of course, we cannot blame them. It's the money they work for. So, and every individual, adding to that, has the right to change their testimony dispositions at any time. We never know what people do. We never know if your mother, father, they will not succumb to the young Venus living next door, or Cupid they met on the internet. There's a lot of factors now these days that are playing, and they might favor this person for you. Anyway, inheritances or money, they can be an analysis for balancing yourself out, but nonetheless, we need to be very careful here with this combination. It's best with this card that we rely on ourselves, that we take care of ourselves. We don't rely on governments. We don't rely on parents. You need to find here for finding your own path in life, wherever that may lead you. It could be an adventure. It could go in a different direction here in life. So plan your future and your old days independently. And if you do so, you already have won. So we cannot rely on others here, especially with this last card. Anyway, my Sagittarius friends, this is all for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this philosophical card reading. If you want more information about yourself for the month to come, you can also check my Lenormand card readings. They are very much into details, but of course it will take more of your time. Why? Because there are a lot of details there for yourself for the month to come. And of course, we have also the short spiritual philosophical card readings. These are more like guides. If there is a certain issue in your life, you can mostly find the answer in those cards. So anyway, my Sagittarius friends, thank you for watching. Thank you for spending time on my channel. And of course, thank you for considering subscribing. See you next time, my Sagittarius friends. Bye-bye for now.